You know that feeling, right? You're staring at a file on your phone, an important contract, maybe a weird spreadsheet from a coworker, and it just won't open. It's so frustrating. But what if one single app could handle all of it? Well, today, we're diving into an app that says it can do exactly that, and, as we'll see, a whole lot more.
I just love this quote from an app user, Rachel Smith. It absolutely nails it. Why is this so complicated? We have all these different file types, and it feels like you need a different digital can opener for every single one. It's the perfect way to describe a problem we literally all have.
And that's pretty much Doczio's promise, to be that one universal can opener for everything. But here's the thing. What it says on the box is just the beginning. The real power, the features that make it a game changer, are hidden way deeper. You gotta think of it like an iceberg.
So let's start at the top, right? The part of the iceberg sticking out of the water. This is what you see on the App Store, the stuff designed to get you to hit download.
And, the list looks pretty good. It's got all the usual suspects. PDFs, your standard Office files, images, even zip and RAR archives. So right off the bat, it's a super capable all-in-one viewer, a really solid can opener for your day-to-day digital life.
But yeah, like I said, that's just what everyone sees. Now we're gonna go below the surface to find out what makes this app really tick. This is where it gets really interesting.
Okay, so here's the secret sauce. Instead of having one generic piece of code trying to open everything, this app has specialized engines for each job. There's a custom-built renderer just for PDFs, another one just for Office docs, and so on. So what does that actually mean for you? It means speed, and more importantly, accuracy. Your documents don't just open, they open correctly, with the formatting looking exactly how it's supposed to. That's a huge deal.
All right, let's dive another layer deeper. We're moving beyond just passively looking at files to actively working with them. This is where the app really starts to shift from being a simple reader to a serious professional tool.
And just look at the depth of these tools. I mean, this is so much more than just a basic yellow highlighter. We're talking digital signatures, official stamps like approved or confidential, adding watermarks, and even measurement tools for things like blueprints. This is the kind of stuff you'd normally have to pay for in expensive desktop software, and it's all right here on your phone.
So far, everything's been about files that are already digital. But what about the physical world? The receipts, the contracts, the notes. Well, the next big feature turns your phone's camera into a super smart scanner, bridging that gap between paper and pixels.
And this is just so clever. See, instead of relying on one engine to recognize text from your scans, it actually has two. It uses Google's Fast ML Kit for common languages because it's quick and efficient. But if you scan a document in, say, Arabic or Russian or any of the other 100+ languages, it automatically switches to a more powerful universal engine. So you get the best of both worlds, speed when you need it and deep compatibility when you need that.
And the whole process couldn't be simpler. You literally just point your camera and the AI finds the edges of the paper for you. It automatically straightens it out, fixes any weird angles, you can slap on a filter to make it crisp and clear, and then, and this is the killer part, you can save it as a fully searchable PDF. That crumpled receipt you just scanned is now actual data you can find later.
All right, we've made it. We're at the very bottom of the iceberg now, the core engine. And this is the feature that takes the app from just being a really powerful tool to something else entirely. It's an intelligent assistant that understands your documents. Now, let's be super clear here. This is not just another chatbot you ask questions to. This is an AI agent. And the key difference is this thing called function calling. It means the AI doesn't just talk, it does things. It understands what you want, and then it actually performs actions on your files for you. So you can tell it to find files, rename a file, create a new folder, move things around. You are essentially getting a command line for your entire file system, but you're just using plain, everyday English. It is literally like having a personal file clerk living inside your phone. And this is where it all clicks. Just imagine that workflow. A task that would normally be, 10, 15 clicks? Searching for files, selecting them all, finding the menu to zip them up, then finding the zip file. All of that is now a single sentence. This is a fundamental change in how we can interact with our own stuff. Okay, let's come back up for air and put all these pieces together. We've journeyed from the very tip of the iceberg all the way down to its core foundation. So what is this app really? Remember we started with that simple idea of a can opener for files? Well, when you add up the specialized engines, the pro-level annotation tools, the intelligent two-brain scanner, and that powerful AI agent,
It's obvious this is way more than that. It's not a reader, it's a command center. It's one spot to view, edit, create, and truly manage your entire digital life.
And that brings us to one last, pretty big question to think about. When your app can understand and act on a command like find all invoices from last quarter and zip them, how does that change our idea of what work is? When all that annoying busy work just vanishes, what does being productive even look like anymore? Definitely something to chew on.